Limitations periods. A limitation period is something that's really important if you've ever been hurt or injured or have had damage or someone has breached a contract. A limitation period is a fundamental part and really can end your ability to go after someone. So let's take a step back. Let's suppose that you've been hurt or you had a contract to buy 1,000 pencils and the person you were going to buy them from won't sell you the pencils now. Or conversely, that you have sold someone 1,000 pencils and now they're not going to buy the pencils. Your recourse is to sue them in court, whether it's small claims court or like for higher amounts over $100,000 in Court of King's Bench. Now, when you sue someone, you go through the whole process with the court system, but there's a limitation period. And what that means is you are limited from being able to pursue that claim past a certain amount of time. So in Alberta, the limitation period is only 2 years. That means if someone was supposed to buy that 1,000 pencils from you on this date and they broke the contract and didn't buy the pencils, you have 2 years to sue them. If you don't start your claim before that 2 years is up, you are now it's called statute barred. It's the Limitations Act, which is a statute, and it bars you from pursuing that claim past that point. Once you're statute barred, you can't go after them anymore. There are some exceptions and really weird situations, but make sure you have in your head, I've got to start the claim before 2 years are up. Now, if you're hiring a lawyer, make sure you go to the lawyer well before the 2 years is over. You want to make sure you give them at least 3, 4, 5, 6 months in order to get the claim properly drafted and ready to go. Once you file the claim, you don't have to serve it for another year. So you do have some extra time if you're undecided if you want to really pursue it, but filing that claim preserves your right under the limitation period. Now, there's also situations where a person doesn't necessarily know they have a claim. And so when that 2 years start is from when you knew or should have known you had a claim. So if you discovered a problem, it's not where a contract where you have a specific date, but you discover a problem that happened maybe a year after you had work done on your car or whatever the situation is. You have a year from the discovery of the problem or when a reasonable person would have discovered the problem. You can't turn a blind eye to it. Now, there's also an ultimate limitation period. And under the ultimate limitation period, even if you don't discover that there was a problem, you only have 10 years. And that law is in place so that things just don't last forever and ever and ever, meaning you need to make sure that you understand what your damages are because it could be lost a claim. And ultimate limitation periods are really in situations where you don't know or can't discover it or it just never comes up as an issue until much later. If you have questions about limitation periods, talk to a litigation lawyer. They're the ones who are going to be able to help you and let you know when that 2-year period starts from in situations that aren't obvious and help you pursue the claim so that you can make sure you recover what's owed to you.